Let's have a look at the overall appearance of the machine. The screen can twist his angle. This customer can debug well, suitable for his own angle to operate. Single row handle. This is the cat head. Now that we have the power on, you can put to see its interface to use. Click here. Let's take a look at the two options that arise after entry. Mainly one of these two handles are in screen setup. Let's look at it here first. The interface is still being updated. It may be updated later. Use the hair to count it out, but it hasn't worked yet. Here's the machine. It's blurry. It's information about the machine. This client can ignore it. This is where you can set it. This tone can be set in English and Chinese. Then Soundwords can turn it off. Off sound, mainly the clicking sound and the beep. You can also adjust its size. The date can be adjusted and set. After setting up, just click Save, but the customer needs to know the set date. If he's in a state of shutdown, the date will be restored to factory settings. If you don't turn it off, it can be used normally. Wi-Fi and the rest of it, we won't need it yet, so let's not worry about it. After setting up, click here to save. Single plate. Let's go in and have a look. After entering, such an operation interface is presented. There will be a beep on his end. During operation, make sure you give him the handle. Otherwise, it won't recognize it. After we pick up the handle, he can be transferred normally. Set some parameters and other energies. These are sent out. Let's take a look up here. It has 3 patterns here. Each mode has a different energy. You can set it up here. And then here it is between points. An adjacent space. Then the length of the line. These 2 lengths, we don't usually need to touch it. Then point the number of hair. It may be regulated clinically. For example, the phase operation is 180 runs. Select the 100 run field. And then through here to adjust. We can see that his hair count has increased. Usually for some clients with severe facial aging, or clients with a lot of sagging, will adjust the number of runs of this treatment. Let's say we have a client. If his face droops too much, we generally recommend a number of 200 to 300 runs. So we're in this situation, you can select the region, and then by adjusting the number of his hair clinical. The same goes for everything else. Both are available by clicking on the selected area, then adjust, set the clinical speed. This box is the suitable probe we are currently plugging in. The total number is 1. The actual number is 1. And then coming down is the energy setting. Maximum energy can go up to 3 dB. The minimum is 0.05. After the blue dot here is the circular pattern. It's automatic when it counts. Just press our gamepad output button. It will automatically go to the dot. Click again to cancel. Into our manual mode. Manual mode is every round. They all need to be powered by the handle launch button. Here is the record, the number of hair used by one of all probes. Even if you change the probes, it will be recorded here as well. This is the total number of runs used. The number of all probes you use is all recorded here when you want to clean up. We click this arrow to clear it. Alarm word is to set the number of reminders. It needs to be set with the number of cents. Let's see I need 10 runs here. Then you need to set 10 小时. That's how it generates this reminder. Then there are the automatic and manual modes. Let's switch and see. So what you see so far is this automatic mode. Okay, let's take a look in manual mode. Everything else is basically the same. NE and R. And so is actually the same as our normal pattern. The 3 patterns here are the same. The spacing of the points and the lengths of the lines are also available. It's also adjustable. On manual mode, mainly it has less regional choice. It's issued by choice. This is the main thing missing. Other words are the same. It depends on whether the client wants to use this model or not. And then here's our preparation and stop. Above here is a return to the main screen. This button doesn't matter. This is the same as what you just saw. So the difference here, I won't be able to use it for a while. It's still being updated. The system may be updated later. It's the same with this interface over here. We don't need it when we're using it. When not using a single back handle, we need to put the handle back on. This situation has lifted the handle, but he hasn't recognized it yet, so we have 2 options. One is to wait. He reacted because of the system. Sometimes you can't react. He may need. Wait a little while for him to react. Let's do it again. Another possibility. He doesn't recognize us. We can put this handle back on him. When you put it back, now pick it up again. He can recognize it now. The light on the handle will shine blue. On this handle, he does have a small LCD screen to watch. Then the following is through the button to adjust his difference. In addition to adjusting parameters, you can also click prepare and stop above. Here's the launch of the handle. His energy emission button is mainly about controlling our 1 row head. His dot output Okay, we're not going to use it, we're going to put it back. Then we'll look at the interface of the gun. What's the same here is the difference in energy. There are 3 modes to choose from. Now let's get the guns up for identification. 4点 operate the check section. After identification, look at the blue light on the handle. Adjustable firing speed of selected part. Time to dot. You can also see that the faster is speed and frequency. The faster it can operate. Below is the number of 4.5. Because the head of the gun is a dot to play is not a line, so his hair count will be. It's a lot more than all one row head.
He's got 10万小时 air.
The number of extra rounds is for testing with customers. And then here's the energy regulation of RF. RF refers to the points on the probe. The contact surface is the radio frequency. Its RF energy is regulated here. HIFO is starting ultrasound. Its regulation is here. RF can go up to 10 stops. Of course, you don't want to operate, you can turn it off. This is the energy of HIFO. The maximum HIFO energy is 3.0. And then these buttons down here are the same. We won't go into that. And then we switch the gun head. His manual interface. Manual can be seen above. He added 2 more settings. Mainly RF working hours. It works between the time between the 2. This is work. This is stop. These 2 are the lengths to set its time. This is the interface of the machine. Let's show you how it works. This transparent acrylic sheet will be used to punch the face. It has 3 depths.
The thinnest is 1.5. The thickest is 4.5.
In this case, it's 2 pairs of 3.0 cylinders.
Mozzie gets 3.1 when he hits.
The first step is to apply gel to the probe. Then oxygen particles of corresponding thickness are obtained.
This is 4.5.
And then we can set the power a little bit higher. Test. We can turn the power up a little bit, but clinical from low to high and to slowly adjust. Once it's set up, we hit ready. At the time of the count, the handle is perpendicular to the ground like this. After fitting, try to make sure there are no air bubbles on the acrylic. If there are bubbles, let's just move. Let's just get the air out of it. This is normal now. We just press. This bell is ready to be struck. After the fact, give the acrylic a push, one more shot. Demonstrate body dotting. Hold down here. Get him to replace this probe. Pull out. Remove and replace the probe on the upper body. The body probe is acrylic free, so there are two ways we can test this. One is gel, the other is to fetch water. Let's show you how to fetch water, okay? The probe must be pressed tightly. It has to get stuck. Alright, after entry, we set its parameters the same way. Now this prompt appears. The handle hasn't been identified yet. Wait for it to recognize. We're ready to operate. Fetching water is a bit of a trick. Tilt the handle like this. Then don't fill the cup with too much water. A little goes a long way. And then the surface of the cup has to be flat. Don't test with a bottle that's just bumpy. On a paper cup, tapped like this. What are we looking at? The main thing is to see if the water hits. Just fine. Now take a look. Okay, you can see there are holes in the water, so this head of ours, I can prove that there is an output. No problem. Let's take another look at the base of the pullover coffee. While the pullover was working on it, need to operate with full switch. This is his foot. You know, when you do, you put your foot on it, it's comfortable. Just step on it. One more step, it just stops. So when you put the gel on, acrylic sheet snap. Put a foot on. You just need to step on it again.